Good evening. This is Scott DeCamp with Catchmark SportsNet. We're here in the Catchmark studio, the podcast studio, to be specific. We're here with Mason County Central softball team on their 2023 Media Day. So I have in here in the studio with me Ron Nelson. I have Coach John Blake, and I have Alex Luttrell. Thanks for joining me, everybody.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You guys having fun at the Media Day?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So what did you think of that challenge that your teammate Gracie Weiner, just to let everybody know, and you'll see it on TikTok. Hopefully she's okay. I think she is, but she had an extremely hot, I don't even know what that was, like a lollipop or whatever that was, but it was like this hot challenge thing. And how come you guys didn't do it?
I just didn't want to, get all sweaty before pictures.
I was just waiting for someone else to raise their hand before I did because I didn't want to.
You're like, I was going to do it, but,
Yeah.
Well, why not you, Coach?
I just don't do hot, so that's not me.
No, she's a trooper, man.
Yeah.
She showed some mental toughness
9
there.
million Scoville units, right? 9 million Scoville units.
She went and regrouped, and anyhow, that's all the fun and game stuff. But you guys have started your season. I believe you're 3-0, off to a 3-0 start. You swept Shelby in a WMC Rivers Division doubleheader. And then you beat Onekama. And so you got North Muskegon coming up Tuesday. You're making the trip again down here, even though I think that's the third straight year. But they redid when the conference expanded, they kind of redid it. They redid the schedules and stuff. So you guys are making another trip. But and this is open to anybody. But how do you guys feeling so far about how things are going?
I honestly think that it's going really, really well so far. I think our hitting, we did start off a little bit slow during Onekama, but we picked it up and we did so well with our hitting. And I feel like that's what we've improved a lot since last year.
I think our hitting is definitely one of the biggest improvements that we've had this year. And I also think that we've also gelled more as a team. And I think we trust each other and are more confident out on the field this year.
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen those things that your players are mentioning, that those things are showing through?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. These girls have a lot of them put in a lot of time into what we're doing, and they're finally starting to buy into what I'm teaching and believing, me when I tell them they can do it and they can be successful at it, because I see in them what, not just these two, but the entire team up and down, what they can do. And I'm not blowing smoke when I tell them that I think this is a very special team, and probably the best team I've coached in Scottville since I've been here. So. And
we just published our kind of softball outlook on Catchmark, and I'm trying to recall, what was your guys' record last year again? Did you say?
It was just over 500. I want to say 15 and 17, or just under 500. I mean, I think it was 15 and 17. I think so.
And how would you guys assess how that went, and maybe what you learned from last year?
I feel like we just needed to pick it up more, and I think that we all knew that, and I feel like we didn't gel as much because we were such a young team.
Yeah.
And because COVID and stuff, our seniors this year didn't have a freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all coming onto the field after being with our pitcher from my freshman year. We had to gel back together and get our outfield, not just outfield, but our fielding and stuff like that, going and working together and stuff.
And what would you say, Alex?
I think that COVID was definitely a big part of where we are lacking in some areas, because we have missed that year and we missed that section where we could have been learning certain things. So we've had to make up a whole entire season that we didn't get. And I think that we finally realized that we were behind and that we needed to get back into the swing of things, how it should be, and the drills and how demanding the sport is. You just have to realize that you have to push through and keep going.
Now, what positions are you playing this year?
I'm playing center field.
Okay, and then what about you, Ren?
I'm pitching in first base, but I can also play outfield.
Okay, and we talked about this a second ago, but the West Michigan Conference expanded to 14 schools from 8, and there's 2 divisions, 2 7-school divisions. You guys are in the Rivers division. Coach, what do you think of this new breakdown? And it's going to look a little different.
Absolutely, I think it's a little more fair now. Because being up in Scottville, most of our girls play sport year round. You know, they play volleyball and basketball and softball. So getting players dedicated to just working at one sport year round is very hard to do. And some of the schools down here, they have more advantage of playing softball year round, weather-wise, more indoor facilities around the neighborhood. So they gel and play together a whole lot more than we even have an opportunity to. So to have just some of those teams not in our conference any longer and have to worry about getting beat up by Big Brother all the time kind of helps. So I think we should definitely make some noise in the conference now. Not that we couldn't before, but I think just this team being where we are, age-wise and maturity-wise, more importantly, I think we're right where we need to be. So. And
then Alex and Ron, what do you guys feel about how you can compete in this division?
I think it's definitely going to be like challenging, but it's going to be good for us, and I think it's going to be a little bit more like fair, or I don't know, in our competitive range,
right?
Like something that
makes sense.
We can handle a little bit more.
Oh yeah, yep.
Because because the bigger schools have like the people that like focus on one sport a year, and then there's also like our like types of schools that have multi like sport athletes that are like always going and like sharing like between like the coaches and stuff like that. So I think it's just way more fair because they have more athletes like that too.
Does your school allow dual sports or no? I don't know.
No,
some do, some
not.
don't.
Yeah, they do not. We've considered it in the past, and I've actually tried to endorse it because I've coached in smaller schools and bigger schools, and I understand the difference. And sometimes being able to coach have a player that plays dual sports certainly helps. Helps the school, but in their opinion, they say no, and they'd rather the kids focus on one thing at a time instead of getting too worked up about too many things at a time. And I understand that as well. So
no, I understand that, and each school has its own reasons for doing that. But so I know you run playing the various sports, and how many sports do you play, Alex?
I did 3 sports for most of my high school career, but then this year I didn't do cross country and only did competitive cheer and softball. And
just for both of the athletes here, how much do you think multi-sporting helps somebody, just from a competitive standpoint, where you're not getting burned out doing the same sport year round? You're just sharpening that competitive edge. Do you see, is there a difference in that? Do you notice that?
Oh, definitely. Like being able to change, when I come from basketball season into softball season, my arms are sore because I'm not using those muscles, but also I'm using a whole big group of muscles, and I'm getting more in shape with my body and stuff like that. And it definitely helps with in the classroom, keeping your grades up and stuff like that, because you need to be eligible. And leadership definitely, and having good bonds with your teammates and stuff like that.
And what do you think when it comes to that? You mentioned a minute ago about small school helps us share athletes, but what do you think it does when you have multi-sport athletes and maybe the mindset and different things that they bring to the table?
It can help as well. I mean, again, I've coached some other schools where we had dual sport athletes, and they were running track while they're playing softball for me anyway. And it definitely helps the athlete part of them because they're getting more training, like she says, in different ways, different muscles, different training for your body. But when they come play softball, they're in better shape, more shape, able to do things that they might not be able to do if they hadn't played a sport, or we're only playing one sport. It still helps them to move around and get around quicker sometimes.
So about any teammates that you guys would like to give a shout out to? Obviously, you're getting in the spotlight here in the podcast, but are there any teammates? I don't want to leave any out, of course, but are there anyone that you'd like to give a shout out to in terms of they've really improved, or they're working hard, or they're really a key piece to this team, do you think?
I think Aubrey Shai is definitely going to have a great future at MCC softball with that. She is definitely going to improve, and she is on her way to a great place.
She hit a home run in the
she's the
first doubleheader, right?
Yeah, first game ever.
First game, huh?
Yeah, she's a freshman, yeah. So her first game ever. Her first at bat was a double, second went over center field fence. So yeah, she's come a long way. She came during the winter, did some workouts, and we had to change her swing and fix some things, and she worked really hard at it, and very coachable, which is huge. And she changed some things, and obviously it became evident the first game she played. So yeah, she's different breed. She's a different athlete, so it's going to be interesting coaching her and keeping her challenged in the next 4 years because she'll be a good ball player.
And that's the younger sister of Will Shy. I'm doing a profile of the week on him that will publish tomorrow.
Correct.
So you can look for that then. But anyone that you would give a shout out to, Ren?
Probably to our captains, Alex, Maxie, and Geraldine. Yes, and also to Emma because she's a senior coming in. She hasn't played. I played with her in middle school. But she's coming in as a senior, and she's working with us and stuff like that. She
came off an injury, too, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she played for me her freshman year, and then she was injured and didn't play for the last 2, so she's coming back now. And there's a lot of stories like that, actually, some good stories. That Gracie Weinert, I mean, she didn't play softball for I don't know how many years, and then last year was her first year with me, and Ren ended up at finishing the season on the injured list, and so Gracie, as our number 2 pitcher, had to step up, and having not played for a couple of years, much less pitched, she stepped in and finished the season and pitched our entire district game, all 7 innings. So, she's great job there. I mean, just to come back from not doing anything for so many years, and I want to shout out to everybody because honestly, I mean, there's not a player on this team, the 13 players that we have that. A, I'm not proud of, and B, I don't think could play for somebody else. They're all amazing ball players, and I know right now with who we have on the bench, if somebody goes down for one reason or another, we're not going to take a hit putting somebody else in. They can step in, they can fill in their shoes, not only defensively but at the plate. So I'm very happy with the program and the way the program's going and the team we have this year. And again, we had 34 girls sign up for softball this year, so. Which I was told was a record. I don't know. But, yeah, a lot of girls. I think we ended up keeping 30 or 31. I'm not sure. So, thank you.
Yeah.
So very happy about that.
So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Wayne because it seems like he's a fan favorite here. Everyone was really pulling for him in his portrait shot there. But can you just, anyone here, any of the 3 of you, describe what he means to the team and why everyone loves him so much?
One of my favorite things at practice is pitching with the other pitchers and like Maxie and like the other catchers, and Wayne's there and he's helping us with like what we should be doing and like fixing our mechanics and stuff like that. And like I've known him for like pretty much my whole entire life, so I just love Wayne.
Seems like he has fun.
He does, yeah. He's a great spirit, and he's actually a first-year assistant coach for me, and we played in a band together, and that's actually how I found out he knew softball, and then I found out he pitched for years and played for Scottville Men's League for all those years, and so I said, well, hey, why not, and asked him if he was interested, and he's been amazing, great help, so great addition to the program.
So I think we could probably even sell a calendar, the Mason County Central or the men of Mason County Central softball.
You don't want me in that.
We can put. You're
trying
Wayne,
to sell it. You
we
don't
could
want
have
me
Wayne
in there.
flexing on it.
There you go. Maybe get his guitar with the coaching shirt. Kind of mix things together.
I think Ren just kind of gestured. No, let's not do that.
Maybe not. I don't want to see that anymore.
Come on, Ren. I think they'd sell.
So, who's the fastest player on the team?
Alex, yeah, and literally we did time trials first, home to first, home to every base, and then home to home. And Alex was first in all 3 or 3 of the 4, and the only reason she wasn't, I think, in the 3rd one or 4th one is because she slipped as she was turning to one of the bases. So
I feel like we have like quite a few fast people.
We
like
have a lot of
Riley
fast
is really
people,
fast, and like Maxie's up there too, and like Emily. I feel like we just have a really fast team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even Geraldine, we have
fast,
speedy people on the team. Like, I think all of us have great things to offer for the team.
Absolutely, yeah.
Who's got the best throwing arm? Not just pitching, but just throwing arm, like across the infield
To me,
from the outfield.
It's a toss between this one, who can hit the plate pretty much anywhere in the outfield, and then Riley Mass. Riley's got
an
she
amazing arm.
uses her body when she throws.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
And she's got an amazing throw. She plays first base for me right now as a starter, and she can throw it pretty much right where it needs to be, like from first to third, and strong arm. Yeah, real strong arm.
So who's the most likely to fall asleep on the bus first on the way home? Because I know you make a lot of road trips.
Oh, I'm not included. I'm sorry.
Emma.
Oh, definitely.
It's gonna be
I feel
Emma.
like Emma's just always sleeping.
There you go.
But who's the biggest prankster?
Probably who's just
Actually,
Yeah, I was gonna say who was just showing their face in the door.
Maxie or Emily.
Emily. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah.
Competitive cheer from Emily Adams, that is.
Yeah.
Being kind of spunky and all those things. Maybe a couple more questions and we'll close this out so you guys can get back with your teammates. But what is the best thing about playing softball for Mason County Central?
I think the team that we have and the team that we have built over the years is definitely the best part of it. That's the part that I really enjoy, but I also enjoy the physical and mental challenge that it offers throughout the season.
I just love I'm in the sun, it's warm, I'm with a whole bunch of my friends, my team, and it just makes me so happy. Pitching makes me happy, and just being able to play softball with them and have it be fun but also challenging at the same time. I just love it so much.
And what makes it such a pleasure to coach them?
The players. I mean, honestly, I've coached for a long time, different schools, and I've never been at a school where I felt more comfortable. I feel like I belong here. I've been here for my fifth season now, and I just love the program, the school. They pretty much let me do what I need to do, and that includes improve the field and do work there, and improve our facilities, but also in coaching the girls. I mean, I think they've all realized that I'm pretty dedicated at what I'm doing, and I'm here for them and trying to make them better every step of the way. So.
Well, thanks for making the long trip down here for this. And again, my apologies for putting your teammate Gracie through all that suffering with that challenge she did, but she took it like a trooper. So best of luck to you guys, and thanks a lot, Coach Blake and Alex and Ren, for joining on the podcast as well. Go out and have some fun with your teammates in the little smoke machine and slow-mo video. But what do you want to close this out? What music selection do we want here?
Do you have Go Spartans anywhere?
I don't.
Should we do the sad one? I think we should do the sad one.
That one?
I like that one.
Yeah.
That'll wrap it up.
All right. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
bet.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.